Hello, my name is Yi Cao, an undergraduate of Beijing Foreign Studies University. The paper I will be presenting today is titled Immaterial Labor and Precarity in Cultural Industry, the Case of VTuber Live Streams. The term VTuber is an abbreviation of virtual YouTuber, which refers to an animated virtual avatar who uploads animated short films or conducts live streams, etc., as a way to perform their characters and grow their popularity. Though the term originated from the video platform YouTube, it also refers to the animated virtual avatar on other platforms in a broad sense. Technically, a VTuber is jointly run by original computer graphics and a voice actor known as Nakanohito in Japanese, who usually work behind their virtual roles. It typically animates using a webcam and software to capture the voice actor's mouth movement, facial expressions, and body movement, and then maps them to a live two-dimensional or three-dimensional model. Since the first VTuber appeared on YouTube in the late 2016, the VTuber industry has become increasingly popular in recent years. Up to now, a lot of research has focused on the reasons for VTubers' popularity, the characteristics of virtual YouTubers that make them distinct from traditional live streaming, and the application of virtual YouTubers. While most research focuses on the reasons for VTubers' popularity and the characteristics, this article reveals the possible labor exploitation and the precarious working conditions faced by VTubers. Therefore, this article argues that emerging forms of work in present society will put workers in disadvantaged position, especially in cultural and creative industries. To further investigate this posit, the concepts of immaterial labor and precarity are adopted here to help frame the key argument in this article. This article believes that with the development of technology and management, remote work has become increasingly popular, which has given rise to new forms of work, such as immaterial work, that does not necessarily take place at specific workplaces. In particular, affective labor is an exemplar of immaterial labor. Though affective labor workers do not produce actual or physical product, they provide emotional services for customers. It is difficult to measure such labor by working hours or workloads, as the service provided is mostly about entertaining the spectators. In other words, it is difficult to measure workers' exact working hours given the flexible forms of work in this sector. Therefore, the maximum number of working hours per week set by the labor law does not apply to these cultural workers. Hence, the rights and interests of cultural workers who take on affective labor are not well protected due to the absence of a well-established management system that can be applied to the cultural industry. Therefore, cultural workers are more likely to suffer from the problem of precarity, that is, being neglected by the law and suffering from intensive working hours and disproportionate wages. As an emerging industry, the VTuber live streaming can surely be categorized into immaterial labor. Thus, this article argues that VTubers, as a kind of cultural worker, are in a disadvantaged situation in a flexible labor market and thus are under the risk of being exploited. The present study examines VTubers' working condition to better understand the current social context for cultural workers and how precarity is manifested among them. One of the main reasons for VTubers' popularity is their ability to satisfy the audience's emotional and recreational needs. In this way, cultural workers in the VTuber industry are all performing immaterial labor, who provide entertaining content and experience as products. The results show that VTubers' work consists of effective labor, including roleplay during live streaming and on social media. The voice actors who voice over the virtual characters perform strictly inconsistent with the personality of each character. A character is usually designed with a name, age, height, personality, appearance, interests, and occupation in order to create an illusion that the character really exists somewhere in the world, whether it is a non-human, half-human, or human character. Second, voice actors not only perform in live streaming but also provide other forms of acting. There are VTubers singing, dancing, and playing games, as well as interacting and chatting with the audience during the live streaming. However, there is other work outside the live streaming time. As a voice actor disclosed in her channel that one of the main activities behind the screen is to be active on Twitter, to act like a real person. Besides, virtual YouTubers have to do a lot of preparation and work without proportionate remuneration. Cultural workers like VTubers usually suffer more from the precarious working environment. Some companies have been accused or questioned of exploiting voice actors. These examples reflect some facts in this industry. First, it is not clear how many working hours is reasonable for voice actors. Secondly, a company has the right to interpret whether the working hours of voice actors are reasonable. In addition, VTubers do create material goods including CDs and derivative goods, but the immaterial labor such as live streaming and communicating on social media accounts is the core of VTubers' work. VTubers are paid for their material labor, which can't justify the fact that their immaterial labor is unpaid or disproportionately paid. Therefore, the company is supposed to undertake certain responsibilities for such unequal industrial relations. But this is not necessarily an attack on the company and the VTuber industry. Rather, the focus of this paper is to review the risk taken by VTubers due to the nature of their work content. It is necessary to note that the specific feature of the immaterial labor produced by voice actors exacerbates the invisible exploitation. By stressing that the immaterial labor of VTubers are unpaid or disproportionately paid, the article reveals possible labor exploitation in the VTuber industry at this stage and encourages live streaming companies to improve the treatment of the voice actors. That's all. Thanks for listening.